Hey guys, I'm new here. Hi. My name is Shelby. I go by Shelballs XX on YouTube and like on Twitch, like on here, whatever. I just made an account because um, I know that Eugenia has like a Reddit, and I like really wanted to like just talk about something that's like I can't believe this just happened. Um, I've been following Eugenia since like the whole Shane series, whatever, because I didn't really, I think I may have seen a picture of her too before, but I didn't really know a lot about her um, until like that whole series. And I was like really inspired by like her recovery journey because a lot of us, a lot of you guys in here seem to also like be struggling with issues with eating disorders and your own kind of like mental health like kind of issues and stuff like that too. And I um, had like I'm like recovering from like bulimia and like binge eating disorder and like kind of going about that like that's another story, but it's we all have like things that we're kind of going through in that sense. And I think this audience, probably from what I'm reading in this thread, like you guys are really sensitive to um the same stuff that I've kind of been like keen about when I've been watching some of her content lately. um I was hoping like when I started following her that like I would see like more of her kind of talking about like the complexities and like the nuances and like the ins and outs of kind of like behaviors and like just stuff that you kind of go through when you're um, dealing with something as like as scary and like and confusing and vulnerable as kind of an eating disorder like is. Sorry, I'm trying to like I'm really upset. Something just happened. I'm like trying to like get myself together so I can say it. Um, so basically, like I was got invested, whatever, and so I started following her on Twitch because like I also play video games, like literally wearing a Final Fantasy VII shirt. It's really cute. But I also play video games, and I liked watching her stream Final Fantasy VII, like other stuff that she's been playing recently. I think she's like on an Animal Crossing kick right now, whatever. Um, and so I think she's a really sweet person. Like I think I literally have only been following her since like last summer. So I'm like I think she's a really nice person and that she wants to do the right thing and she wants to make an impact or you not even make an impact but like use her platform to help people who are struggling with like their own issues regarding specifically you would think specifically eating disorders, but it seems like it's been kind of vague and like she's kind of doing a general mental health thing, what have you. Um, in her Twitch, like, right, like her Twitch chat has a lot of like, she has a lot of fans like in her chat that I don't think understand or they aren't themselves suffering with any kind of eating disorder or they've never that's not like their bag like they've never been through that before. They may have anxiety or depression or any other kind of like they some of them have talked about like issues that they've had mentally that they've sought guidance from Eugenia. And we've had some like pretty like kind of like like intense conversations about like where our kind of heads are regarding certain issues and stuff. And I've seen her like open up to people in chat and be very like um understanding of everyone's plight to kind of try and figure out like kind of what's wrong with themselves. And like that she brings them a lot of positivity and they want to um seek a kind of like solace in her for whatever issues they may have. This wasn't the approach that I was necessarily taking. I wasn't like, oh, Eugenia, like I have like, an eating disorder that I'm recovering from. And like, I really like, I'm looking to you to see like, you're just like such a like inspiration. Wasn't doing that. I was just like, she was talking about the videos she's been posting where she's like, people are like leaving comments, like saying that like I'm being like triggering whatever and like I don't get what I'm doing that's wrong and like people just are like being really like coming for me in the comments lately. Like I don't like, am I not supposed to do anything? Am I just supposed to like exist? I'm just existing. Like what do you want me to say? So it seemed like she had genuine frustration regarding what her followers have been telling her in her YouTube comments and on her Instagram, like they've been saying to her about like, I'm concerned for you, blah, blah, blah. And so I was saying, because I've been one of those people, like I was in our YouTube comments, like on a couple of our videos, just like, I believe in you. Like, I really am worried. I'm like, I feel like you're kind of like going back to like a place that you used to be in. And like, I'm just hoping you're still on the right track. Like, a lot of people were saying iterations of that. And then I was saying in this Twitch stream, um, I have I'm recovering from an eating disorder as well, and I understand that certain behaviors that are associated with it, like body checking. I asked her, "Do you know what body checking is?" Like, um, because that's what you do. Like, that's what it is when you're looking at yourself in a viewfinder, when you're editing, like, hours of footage of yourself, like editing for hours, looking at yourself, when you're standing in certain poses that are showing certain parts of your, it's like, it sounds like it's people are getting mad at you for just standing there existing like that. I get that that's how it can sound, but it's like, that is what body checking is. Like, it's any professional will tell you it's not probably advisable to do content that is focused on your body when you're in the fledgling stages of recovery, because she's in the fledgling stages of it, because she only just came back to the internet less than a year ago. So I'm like, you're not by any means like even close to like in a place where it's like, oh, I'm way past that now. It's like, you have to be really conscious of like the stuff you're doing in your videos that could bring you back to a place where you're like focusing heavily on your image and on your body, because that's what an eating disorder of her severity was based. You guys get it. I'm reading your comments. You guys understand what's going on. So I was bringing that up and saying, this is what body checking is. Like, for me, that content of you checking your body, like outfit hauls, and like this video she posted today where she was like looking in the mirror, like it was like, it's a lot of like the poses and like that, let me see your outfit, like a lot of that is like rooted in like, look at my body. And I know that may not be what she's registering, but that's what it is. And I know I'm not crazy because, and I felt gaslit in after this, I'll tell you the second part, but I know I'm not crazy because other people are saying the same thing. So I'm like, it's not something that I'm just like, oh, you're crazy, you're no, like everyone is saying this. So I'm like, or not everyone, but a lot of people in our comments, that's what they're saying. And she asked these questions, so I'm explaining it to her, like, this is what they're saying. Like, do you get what this is what they're saying? Like, and I got like lit the fuck up. Like, in these, I got lit up. They were like, you, and I don't think they realized, maybe some of them, that they were doing it in a way that was like really patronizing, but they were like, if you like are so triggered by this, then you need to not watch it. And Eugenia was like, yeah, because I sent her bits. I was like, I want this to be read out. I want you guys to see, like, this is why people are upset. Like, I don't want people to be faking confusion about this anymore. And she's like, yeah, you just shouldn't watch it. Like, you don't have to watch it. And I'm like, do you want to understand? Or do you not want to understand? Because if you don't want to understand, you can just say, like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to make what I want. Like, I don't care what you guys think. I'm going to make what makes me happy. If you said that, I'd be like, down. I'd be like, okay, like, she's doing what she wants. She's like, fuck y'all. I'm going to do what I want. That is a stance to take. But when you're saying, I'm so confused why people think this, I just don't get it. I'm like, oh, I'll explain to you. This is my perspective from someone who is also a concerned viewer of yours. This is what that is coming from. And you say it, and it's like, well, don't watch it. It's like, so, okay, I won't. Like, but you just asked why people are saying that. And so everyone in this chat is like, you just need to like, I don't get, like, these people who are so triggered are just like, they have problems they need to work out on their own. Like, they need to figure their own stuff. Maybe they need therapy. It's like, all of her mods were like, you need therapy. Like, and I'm just like, but you asked. And like, I really want you guys, if you have the time, to go back. I think she's still live now. This just happened. I'm still like really heated, and like, that's why I'm like saying all this. But like, go back and like, if you can, whenever she finishes streaming, you can see it. It's like the first hour, like somewhere in there, like when right as she's starting Animal Crossing is like when this conversation starts. And I was like, y'all are like a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Like, what? Like, I thought this was a space where we're talking about mental health and healing, and like, how can we like make a space of like an inclusive space for people who are like going through everything, to kind of be able to talk about what they're going through and talk about like, the ins and outs of it. And you get the smallest little bit of like sincere criticism. It's not even like I'm trolling. Like, there are people coming in your shit like, oh, eat a burger and fuck. Like, yeah, like, eat, do. I was like coming from a very like, I genuinely am like, I've been there, and like, I know that you may not understand, like, because you're doing it. Like, there's no like ifs, ands, or like, you don't know my life. Like, you are body checking. Like, that's exactly what that is. That is like the dictionary, like that, the content, the outfit hauls, the look at my collar, but like that is body checking. Like, so it's like, if you're not gonna receive that criticism and say like, I hear you and I'll try and like understand where you're coming from and work on content that is less triggering to those people. If you don't care about that, then just say you don't care, but don't like act like, oh, I'm so confused why people are mad, and then they tell you, and then you're like, well, I don't watch it. So it's like, pick one. That's really what I want. I want you to be honest and say, I don't care. Because if you don't care, if you're like, I am happy making the content that I want to make, and you guys seem really upset about it, then like, I don't need those viewers. I don't need those views. I'm happy with the ones I have. You guys who've been supporting me, I'm happy with you guys to keep watching my content. You guys are the ones I make the content for. I don't care about these people talking about being triggered. Then I suggest they don't watch my content. If you said that, then it'd be a little pro-ana-y, whatever, but like, it would be honest. It would be you saying what you think. But I don't like the fake, like, I don't get why, because people are telling you why. I told you why, and I was being really honest about it and vulnerable, and you like were almost like laughing about it. Like, you're just like, oh, like, I just like, you're kind of like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I'm sorry to those people. You're not sorry, honey. Like, you're not sorry. If you were sorry, you would like change, but you don't change. So if you're not going to change, then be unapologetically what you are, and don't act confused or make excuses or ask questions. Just be who you are. Those are your options. But this halfway shit is like, now I'm upset because I'm just like, I can't believe I just tried to I literally, I do like, I subscribe, like, I like be donating bits to her, like, I'm like, I support her. I was like, oh, queen, like, yes, I really believe you could do better. I really believe that you're gonna like get over this like hurdle of like your this eating disorder. I really hope that you get better. And now I'm like, I still do, but I'm like, I can't. I was hanging on to just like kind of like hope and see that she's like, I'm hoping she gets a better place. I'll stay subscribed so I can see. But I'm like, I have to like unfollow you on everything. Like, that was so fucking triggering. Like, so I'm just like, if that's what y'all fave is, that's what she's doing. I'm like, I don't get why she's acting fake surprised. Like, because someone's in here giving you their genuine experience, and you just allowed a conversation to happen that was like super dismissive and super like not taking into account anything other than like blind positivity, like blind people being like, yeah, fuck what those people say. Like, yeah, like, you're doing you. Like, I don't know your life, honey. Like, I don't know what you were personally going through. You're right. I do not know you personally and it's in your head and what you're going through. But I know what an eating disorder is. You know what an eating disorder is. Like, you know this. Like, you had to, if you claimed you're doing so well, I know you had to have talked to a doctor, somebody at some professional at some point who was told you what behaviors are linked to the psychological disorder. And looking at your body in a mirror and standing in certain ways, where showing off outfits and doing out like that kind of content, you just cannot do until you're in a place where you're actually like, you are actually in a state of acceptance, you're actually recovering. But right now it's like, you're losing weight and then don't want to talk about how you're losing weight and how you're not like, I know it, like, all of this is like, this is your journey, and like, none of this is linear. I get it, but I'm like, if you don't want to talk about it, then just say you don't want to talk about it. But don't fake act like I can talk about it, and then when someone gets real with you and like wants to talk about it, you're like, I don't want to talk about it. Which so pick one, pick a side, pick something. That's all I'm saying. Pick something. Anyway, thank you guys.